Welcome back, guys. Going back into Drop Frame. See, now we're going back into it. We're not welcoming them. See, it's different every time, Co. It's a transition. I'll teach you about
Gotta mix it up, man.
You gotta mix it up. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Co, I want to start with you because you've been playing the original, the OG Metal Gears. And I've actually been watching your stream a lot because of it. So first off, where do we want to go in terms of the spoilers here? Should we just should I bring up the spoiler tag? What do you want to do?
Probably not.
Okay.
As much as I would love to talk about all of that stuff, in the off chance Zeke or someone in here that's not following my playthroughs currently, or it's done yours, wants to, it's worth playing. So,
okay.
Yeah, I would say we can keep it mostly vague.
All right. I'll try to find spots in your VOD where it's not spoiled. But you're playing a game that came out in like 99, maybe 98. 99? What are your thoughts? Like, where are you at with Metal Gear right now? I guess the first one, since you've been as well as the second one, right? You started third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway through the third right now. The first thing that really caught me off guard is, I knew they were good. I knew the Metal Gears were a famous game series. I wasn't aware how good, especially from the second one. I was really taken aback at some parts. Some of the boss fights are incredibly creative. Some stuff like, in the first Metal Gear, there's stuff I've never seen other games even try to do, and this is like a 10-plus-year-old game, which is really impressive. And it does it like multiple times. At the same time, it plays all of them that I played so far play very much like a Japanese anime, which makes sense, of course. But I mean, true. There's a lot of repetition, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of retelling the story from different perspectives to kind of make sure you're following everything. And then, of course, oh my God, some of the relationships, dude. Like some of the back and forth between some of the characters are. I was not ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I know
ready.
what you're talking about.
I went in thinking I was like in for a serious, gritty, apocalyptic style sci-fi thriller. And all there's straight up high school drama in these games, straight up fabricated high school drama stuff, and it's just like, and the timing of it sometimes is mind blowing. Like at one point, a little tiny spoiler, but at one point you're doing like a timed mission, like you have like minutes, and you're running through this area as fast as you can, not interacting with anything. You get a call from someone, literally a 15-minute like life story situation, let me tell you where I was from in Russia when the other guys attacked, and then I was used for an experiment, and then my father hated me, and I ran and was and I was sitting here the whole time just like I need to get back to what I was doing, what's going, it was a feeling of like frustration, and what's really funny is after that I was wondering, like, is this what they want the player to feel? Are they intentionally putting the player in these situations where they're getting stressed out? Because I can't think of the timing otherwise, like why you'd want to do that. But it's little things like that. And also the Easter eggs are next level.
There's a billion Easter eggs in each game.
Many Easter eggs. Like, you get in a closet, and there's inside the closet is a poster of a lady. Yeah. And if you zoom in first person, you hear your character go.
Yep.
It's like what? And then you do it a couple more times, and all of a sudden an achievement unlocks.
Yeah.
And then you call someone in there, and they're like, "What are you doing in there?" From the woman, why are you in the woman's bathroom?
That's what I was gonna say. Did you call
that poster? And it's insane. It really adds a whole kind of next level of immersion, and it's really been great. It's really been great. And my last words on it for now, until the next, because I've heard the next ones I'm on are pretty crazy. But when we played Metal Gear Solid 2, I went in. The only thing I went in with, and thank you, Coalition, and everyone who's watched me, I didn't get a single major reveal spoiled for Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't know how, because I was reading chat most of the time. Every single big reveal was new to me in Metal Gear Solid 2. And I have to say that we meticulously followed the story. Anytime there was questions, we kind of had a little talk about it. We got caught up. There were people linking lore from the wiki whenever we had questions about. It is convoluted. It is complicated. It is not unfollowable. And understanding all of it is like, there's like 3 novels worth of storyline in Metal Gear Solid 2. No kidding. Like on top of each other at different levels, going different time periods, at different lengths of time. And it was an extremely awesome experience piecing it all together. So like when we got to the end, even to the very end post credits, like we were all just like, this was awesome, and we get most of it.
Okay,
like
that's
80%.
what I was about to ask. Like, did you understand what you played? Because most people, especially the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, don't understand what the fuck just happened. Like the last like 4 hours are just like, what? Like, what is going on? And I need to go back and watch the VOD because I want to see your reaction to some of that stuff happening because it's fucking bizarre. Like there's not another game that does that. Or like the big reveal at the end of the first one, or at the end of big reveal at the beginning of the second one, where you don't even, people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But like back when that first happened, reviewers like kept that to themselves because Konami wouldn't let them talk about it in a public forum. So then when people got it, like fans were fucking outraged, like livid as shit that happened.
People still are. People still
regard Metal Gear Solid 2 as the worst game because of that occurring. And they won't even like talk about it in a favorable manner. So
I don't know, man. I don't know how I missed it all, to be honest. But I mean, I gotta say, like, it was really good. To answer your question though, I feel like I understand most of it. I feel like some of it was intentionally meant to confuse you. To be honest,
crazy, yeah.
There's a few parts of it, especially after that in that last 4-hour section, an event occurs that kind of starts all the real complex stuff.
Yeah.
And from that point on. Oh, is my camera gone?
Yeah, but you're just smiling.
That's what confuses me is how you can throw
you're good.
your voice.
Now you're back.
Oh, you're good now, yeah.
It's a new skill. I'm learning. It's a Metal Gear Solid thing I'm working on. This is how I do it. But anyway, it's just the kind of thing where it's understandable, we think, if we understand it correctly. And here's what's interesting. There's no way to verify anyone's right, and there's tons and tons of different like ways. Oh god, is it speeding up and doing weird stuff now?
No,
anyway,
no. Frozen again. You're like,
it's just frozen.
But we did mostly get it. We did mostly get it. Which again, took some work, and there were a few times when we like paused it and talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think you really need to. At some points, there's so much going on.
There's a lot. Like, there's giant fucking plot dumps. Just like 15 minutes of a plot dump that are just like you have to pause and sit there and fucking think. And I saw you do that multiple times. You're just like, hold on, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, basically, pretty much.
It's so dense, and also I remember when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out on PlayStation 3, there was an encyclopedia thing you could download.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. It literally was an encyclopedia of information about the Metal Gear Solid universe, and it's so dense, but there's so much comedy to it, and so many kind of nods and winks. Kojima is so great at that. It's an unbelievable series.
Yeah, and I will say that you'll have questions all the way up till Metal Gear Solid 4. And Metal Gear Solid 4 was supposed, in Kojima's mind, that was the last one. So everything is pretty much, like, every loose end that you can imagine gets tied in a nice bow at the end of that game.
I am very excited for 4. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I was kind of, I just learned recently, I was kind of sad that 4 was considered the last one. And, well, then there's Revengeance, but that, from what I understand, is...
So that's,
I don't know.
That's canon, but it's nothing like any other Metal Gear. It's an
I
action
tried
game.
playing Revengeance. It was.
I thought Revengeance was awesome. I loved Revengeance, but it was
that the one that was like super fast and like?
Yeah, it was the Bayonetta style or Devil May Cry style Metal Gear. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was due to me.
I thought it was
straight
a
up
fantastic
poop
game
to me.
But it was nothing like Metal Gear.
that bad.
No, it's just like it wasn't. Maybe I jumped into it because here's the thing. Let me give you a little background so you're not like shitting all over me. I've only played the first Metal Gear Solid, and it was great. I had a great time playing the first Metal Gear Solid, but I never picked up another one after that. So I don't know. Like I don't have a frame of reference, but trying to play a Bayonetta style game without Bayonetta being in it just didn't jive with me.
Makes sense. I finished it. The only thing I hated, and this is universally hated of the game, is the final boss. Just because it's like the most frustrating piece of fucking shit of all time. And like I was playing on the hardest difficulty. So it's like a pretty difficult fight. But it's one of those fights where some of it's user error and some of it's just like the game kind of being a dick. And a lot of times I would always just go straight to the game being a little bit of a dick than me doing something bad. And so that's the only thing I had issues with. But yeah,
I've definitely been doing that in these games.
Yeah, so what, like the stealth aspect of it, I've noticed you've been playing a lot more run and gun than what I played through.
That's not by choice, JP.
Yeah, that's just how you could get through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been. I've been kind of wrestling with the controls. I'm not a good console gamer. I'm really at home on my mouse and keyboard. So especially like for some of the shooting with the trank gun and stuff like that, like it's been pretty rough. Also, the camera and the transitions between standing and moving around and going on and off walls, like there's a lot of little control issues that I've had. But we're getting through them, thankfully.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that them old Metal Gear Solid games is almost like the unsaid thing that the controls are actually quite obtuse a lot of the time. It's a very difficult, especially in 2 where they introduced the first person for the first time. It's not, and they're not the best aspect of the game. It's kind of like it does what it needs to do rather than it's instinctive and well planned out. But
have you played
the
through all
game's
of them,
so good. I've finished the first one. I finished the second one. I'd never really played the third. I got about 3/4 of the way through 4. Never played the ones on like PSP and stuff, and never played. I'm playing 5 now, but I love to watch them. I've watched a lot of I watched Cody's Excessive Profanities playthrough of them. I've been lurking quite a lot in Co's
Wait a minute.
This.
You didn't play the Phantom Pain?
I
Play the Phantom Pain?
Yeah,
How dare you?
No, I didn't play Ground Zeroes, and I didn't play Peace Walker.
Oh, okay.
Ground
Or
Zero.
Peace Walker. Which one do they get all shitty about? They're like,
Peace Walker is the one that
Walker's-
people got real shitty at me
Yeah,
about.
Peace
if that's
Walker's
what
the
you're
one that's
referencing.
really like what Phantom Pain.
Okay.
Like. That's almost the first game for Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. It's okay.
But
The-
it's
the
just I have
drama's there.
no idea what's going on in the story. Having watched them, having played them, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, I think.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I guess we could use this as a transition into 5 because I think Spamfish, you've been playing a little bit of 5, right?
Yeah, I started playing 5. I've been playing. I played a bit of Forza 6. I got like an early access for that from Microsoft. I only played like the first 2 hours, but I've been getting into 5, and I've played like 20, 30 hours now, and I'm still on like the very early days. I'm scrubbing it up, foul fishing to the maximum. But it is an incredible game, and like Co was saying earlier, when the first one came out, how many things it did unique at the time, and how revolutionary it was. I think it was a banner moment for gaming. That is the first time a game was really mainstream and kind of had these production values, and really kind of seeing 5 come out now. It's kind of like this huge year for gaming with games like Bloodborne and Witcher 3 and other games coming out. This is such a big year for gaming, and it's so incredible to see the transition between the two. And how an incredible game this is, and how many things there are to do, and how amazing the game mode is.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, so I won't spend too much time on this, but I've been playing, I think I put 14 hours into it. Most people say it takes about 50 hours or 60 hours to complete. There's not that much story in it. And maybe it's just because I've been doing side missions off stream. I haven't been playing that many of the main missions. It feels kind of repetitive in some aspects. Where like, I go into a base, I kill everyone or put them to sleep, and then I walk out of the base after I loot everything, and that's kind of like rinse and repeat. And it's also, I tweeted this the other day, and some people said it was just because I was playing on PC, and it's like a little bit easier because of mouse and keyboard, but the game seems kind of easy. Like there's not that much threat in the game.
I'm not finding that at all. I'm really struggling. Maybe it's
Really?
not,
I don't. Maybe it's just because I play like a very passive style or something that works for the game. I don't know. But like I haven't died yet. I've put in like 15 hours. Maybe it gets harder. The cool thing is
back on the screen too if you want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. The cool thing is that like the game reacts to your play style. So I'll sneak around a lot and then go for headshots with the trank. Now people are starting to wear helmets to where I can't do that. And so it makes me play like a different way. Which
You would
is really
shoot them
cool.
in the head, like in the skull?
Yeah.
With a trank?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's an instant trank, right?
instant trank.
Yeah, that's like one
Well,
of the.
you would
game
think like it would be more effective if you hit him like in the neck.
Well, that's
or
where.
something.
So their neck is still open now, and that's where I've actually defaulted to try to hit is the neck
Okay.
because they're not wearing like protective stuff on their neck.
Okay.
But I've heard like there's more stuff in the game. Obviously, I haven't seen. I think there's like heavy soldiers and stuff like that that'll start to impact the game a lot more. But it's a good one. It's a good game. Everyone's universally praising it. I haven't really seen anyone shit on it yet, so I want to finish it.
There has been some. I've seen some negativity with people, criticizing the fact they've changed it so much. It's like the story was always a big, huge part of Metal Gear Solid. This kind of you were led down a path of this story, whereas now it's more kind of open, and you've got the base, and spoilers, but you got other things to do, and like it's very much kind of like a game where it's not in the style of the previous games. And I think there has been some adverse reactions to that, but in any game, like you know, there's a central mechanic. There's a main central mechanic that if you enjoy, it's great, and if you don't, you're not really into it. But you know, if you enjoy the mechanic of this game, it is one of the greatest video games you'll ever play.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you. So, like watching a little bit of the gameplay and stuff, since I haven't played a Metal Gear Solid in a long time. Like, am I? So I really like the oh my god, Tom Clancy
Rainbow Six.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
I really like the Splinter Cell. Like when you'd knock somebody out, you have like cool gadgets. You'd have like zap darts and like you know, and you knock them out, and then you throw them in a corner so no one can find them and shit like that. Like is it very similar to that?
Yeah.
Or not?
I mean, yes and no. Like it has similar elements, but it's also still very Metal Gear-y. Like there's upgrades to the cardboard box that have an anime girl on it. So when you walk up to the soldiers in the cardboard box with the anime girl on it, you can fold it out, and the soldier's like, "Huh, that's an anime girl. She's kind of hot. Let's go investigate." And then you jump out of the box and fucking tackle him, and like knock him down on the ground. So it's like it's very still. All right, this is the realest version of this is a very Metal Gear game. You get a horse in the game, Zeke, as a buddy, right? Not a big secret. There's a horse.
I couldn't believe this when I heard it.
Do you ride it?
Yeah, so there's a horse. Yeah, you can ride it around. One of the things that you can do with the horse is you can teach it to shit. And the ability is called do it, parenthesis, defecate, in parenthesis.
Okay.
So
and what
the reason that you use this for is you have the horse defecate in the middle of the road, so when a car comes by, it acts as like a banana, and the car swerves out of the way and crashes. And that's what you do when you when you tell D horse, that's the actual name, D horse, to do it, and then he defecates.
D horse.
And the funny thing is,
The D-bag.
the funny thing is, Kiefer Sutherland just goes, "Do it!" And you just see the horse just shit right when he says that. So the fun thing to do.
So he takes like a D dump.
Yes.
The D horse takes a D dump.
The fun thing to do.
And he D does it.
Yes. The fun thing to do is get right below the horse and then roll over so you're facing upwards.
Yeah.
And then tell the horse to do it, and then you just get shit on your face.
I did that today on my stream.
It's hilarious.
You actually get poop on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually land. I was rolling in it using the roll mechanic.
It's the most Metal Gear thing in the
poops.
game. Well, not really, but there's a lot of Metal Gear shit. Like it's a Metal Gear game because of dumb shit like that. Through and through. It's completely ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun.
This was a great thing, about all these games is that the fact that it's so serious and so dense, and it's so much kind of like, real kind of zeitgeist moments about technology and the nature of war and stuff like that, and yet there's all these kind of really funny, really obtuse kind of Kojima humor, and it's an incredible series. And the one thing I'll say about this game that is so much better than the other ones is the control system.
Oh yeah,
the previous games, as I said before, kind of struggled. This game has nailed it. It's intuitive. Everything's really well set up. It's fun to play, whereas sometimes you have to fight some of the other Metal Gear games. This is mechanically beautiful.
Yeah, it controls like a dream.
So great to hear.
It controls so well, and it plays so like I'm playing the PC version. It plays so well. I never get anything less than 60 FPS steady, and it just feels like a solid, responsive game. So coming out of like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4 for you, Ko, is going to be like a dream. Like you're going to love the shit out of it because of how responsive the game is.
That's one of my complaints with Mad Max was that the controls were kind of like the ground controls were pretty sluggish and not as responsive as I would have liked.
Let's talk about Mad Max. Yeah, what? Continue on, Zeke. What was?
Oh, are we segueing?
Yeah, we're segueing.
Let's segue.
Segue to Mad Max, everyone. Here we go.
On the Segway train. All right. To Mad Maxville. Can we put Ko back on? Because I like looking at him.
What? Oh, right. All right.
I want to look at his face.
Okay. All right. There we go. He's back.
Hi, Ko.
Hi.
Mad Max. Yes, I was super jacked to play that, as you remember from last week.
Yeah.
I was like, Mad Max is gonna be.
Man.
It was gonna be great, and I did the thing. I had the mohawk. I had the face paint the second day. Like I did the whole War Boy thing. I had like, I still have some like silver like hair like that non-permanent hairspray. I had like the whole deal going on. I had I ripped a leather jacket like an old leather jacket that I never wore anymore. I ripped like the sleeves off of it and shit. And I was like so jacked, and it's just a mediocre game. It's just mediocre.
Really?
As the movie would say. It's a good game. It's playable. I played it last night. I played it for like 7 hours last night. But that's because it's like you can just grind out like locations. You go to a location, loot it, leave. Go to a location, loot it, leave. Over and over again. And then there's some like convoy parts where you're like in a car and you have to like destroy like one particular car in the thing. Those are fun. They get really frustrating at times, but those are really fun. The combat, the ground combat is very Batman style, but it's really like sloggy. Like it's not like when you're playing Batman like Arkham Knight, you like counter, you're like pat 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 pat, and then like you can do another counter, you're like ta ta ta. Like you can just press the button and you're countering like immediately. Like this one, like if you're in the middle of a move, you won't stop in the middle of your move to counter the other guy that's coming at you. So that you like the counter prompt comes up, and if you're in the middle of something, you don't get like you don't react immediately. So it's a lot more like calculated, like pop, someone gonna hit me? Pop, how about now? Anybody can hit me now?
So it's a little slower.
Because you can't like stop in the middle of your move. But it's a decent game. It looks great. The atmosphere of the game is really cool. They could have had probably more music. Would have been nice.
Wait, is it just kind of like very passive music?
Yeah, there's barely any.
not
It's
a
like
lot.
Wasteland. Yeah,
I think that kind of fits the. Granted, I haven't played it, but does that not fit the theme of the game, like the Wasteland?
right. But this it is a game. It is a form of entertainment. So like, just because it's in the Wasteland doesn't mean you shouldn't have like music playing.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
even a little bit.
You got Tina Turner belting
just
out
like-
Thunderdome, don't you? Or we don't need another hero.
No, I'm not saying maybe once would be nice. There's like none of it. Like there's no Tina Turner. There's there's no Blaster Master. At least yet, whatever. But it's a decent game where it's like, did I freeze?
It's just robot voice.
No, you're good.
Okay, everybody froze on my screen.
Oh,
My sound's gone
sounds
down.
fine to me.
Or actually, JP did. Anyways, it's like a Grand Theft Auto game, except a lot less fun because there's not buildings or people. It's like go here, complete this little like loot everything here, and then do something else. And then there's like little like missions along the way, but it just gets really repetitive. It's a good drone out like smoke a blunt, sit there for like 6 hours and just play, eat Pringles. It's good for that. It's really good for that.
Only Pringles? What about some Doritos?
Well, that was a shout out to Julia. You can have my personal favorite is the sour cream and cheddar Ruffles. Like that's my personal favorite.
Yep, I would agree.
Love myself some sour cream and cheddar Ruffles, but
Pretty
Pringles
good.
was for Jules.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a good game for that, but it's nothing spectacular or like super exciting or anything like that. So
That's what it seems like. It seems like a kind of generic Assassin's Creed, Batman, Shadow of Mordor amalgamation. Play the game, do the things, level up kind of stuff.
Yep. Do the things, level up. Like you can clear out, like if you're a completionist, you can clear out an entire land. You can try and get all of the cars, which I'm doing right now. Like that's what I do in my off time. Like I would never broadcast it again because it's frankly it's fucking boring to watch. Like I'm sitting there, I'm watching Person of Interest on my television. I'm just like Mad Maxing it like this in the corner. Like
Co, did you end up finishing it?
You know, when I started it, I was really excited about what I saw. I thought it was really cool. I love the driving mechanic, all the skills you could get, your car parts. I thought it was really cool. And I completely did the first stronghold. I actually started to like 100%. I was like, all right, we can do this. This is really cool. But the issue was exactly like what you guys were saying. And actually, someone was talking, I think, JP, you were talking about this earlier with the open world games.
Mm-hmm.
When you do an open... Oh, I'm apparently roboting.
No, you're good now.
Sounds good to me.
But when you have an open world game, it's basically creating a lot of mini games. Every location is an interesting thing to do in the game, and you have to design things to entertain the player, be it by giving lore, challenges, loot, that kind of stuff. The huge issue with Mad Max is they take like one idea, which is like,
or actually two. It's either destroy what's at the location or loot all of it. And like that's it. And the base building, for instance, is basically identical in all the locations. The areas, even though they are different whenever you go to them, and this is kind of important because apparently they spend a big effort making every location different. Even though they're all different, it doesn't matter when, you know, it's another location, you're 40th at this point of a 2-scrap random hole in the ground. And it's like, at that point, you're just going, what the hell am I doing? You know, like it gave the player no reason to keep exploring. And once you get out of that first area, it just starts repeating. So, you know, Witcher, I think what was really good about Witcher is it had this big world, but there were some really unique, interesting encounters, just stuff you could run up onto on the map, and it would be like this whole quest line and little story in itself. And knowing those were out there really increased okay, I want to explore everything. I want to go everywhere. Yeah, maybe something I've done before, but it could be this awesome thing.
Yeah,
where in Mad Max,
not enough.
It's just all the same shit.
Not enough variation. Like you run up on a thing, you're gonna get the same thing every time. Like I started by going to a stronghold and like defeating all the perimeter defenses, like methodically going around, like shooting the snipers, shooting like the bomber things, and like shooting the whatever I could shoot from the outside. And then eventually I was just like, fuck this. I'm just gonna run in and beat the shit out of everybody because I can. It was like there was almost no like no strategy involved anymore.
Huh. You do one camp in that game, and you've done all of them. It's pretty much same thing every time. You go in, you mess with the objective, you loot, and you kill.
These days, a lot of these days in games is we're so ravenous and so critical when a game comes out. We're so entitled as gamers now. You look at this year alone with Bloodborne, Witcher 3, games that come out, you know, like Grand Theft Auto 5 PC edition, and everything's so quick to judge. You know, what's the next game on Twitch? What's the next big thing? And yeah, this is, you know, from looking at the footage here and watching people play, it's a big, open, well-made experience. And it's just everyone is so on to the next game sometimes, and everyone's so like wants that perfect game for them because we're having such amazing game experience at the moment. This year alone, the amount of incredible games that have come out, and you know, it's
you're muted, spam.
God damn it! You're saying it's like big stride, and then it just fucked up.
Oh,
now you're good. Now you're back. Now you're good. Okay.
What would it miss? But you know, like you know, this is like you know, it's not a 10 out of 10 game. It's only an 8. You know, I think there's a bit of entitlement and so much choice now that you know you've got to hit it out of the park or it don't even count.
Yeah, because I know this game reviewed pretty mediocre, kind of like how exactly Co and Zeke are talking about it. But I think a lot of people are enjoying it though, and like the fans.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, actually, I was just about to add, like, I actually really liked what I played. The driving was really fun. I didn't quite have as much of a problem as Zeke did with the combat, but I will say that what he was talking about pissed the absolute hell out of me. Like when you'd be in rage mode and you'd be halfway through pile driving a guy and some dude slowly comes up behind you and hits you while you're it's a horrible game mechanic. Like should have never been in. But overall, like if you were going to play this game for 20 hours, like just do all the stuff for the first time in the first area and then just do the main story like I did, like it's definitely a great $20 or $30 game. It's definitely not a $60 game, in my opinion, because you can tell really early that a lot of the stuff's just in there to be in there. But I mean, it's a really, like I was saying during it, I was having fun the whole time I played it, and I finished it, and it was a good time until the end. So it's almost like there's this one zone in it, and this is not really spoilery, but there's different sections of the map, which you can just bring up the map and see. And one of them is kind of like this big desert area. Very few things to do, but very large open area. I almost feel like they should have done that with every area except the first one. And then you could just 100% the first one, build up your big base, and then just drive around and finish the story. Like, it's everything else just seems so tacked on. I mean, that's what I did, and it was like a great $20, $30 game.
Did you end up beating it, Co?
Yes.
How long, like, what was your playthrough? 20 hours, like you were saying? Because I know, I think 10 hours is kind of the number that I've been seeing thrown around everywhere.
Took me just under 20 hours.
Just under 20 hours,
but,
okay.
But it's just to be clear, I did almost everything in the first area. I got my base all the way to max. I had my threat level really low. Like, I did everything once. When I started seeing when I got to the second base is when I was like, I'm not just going to do all that again. Like, that's not interesting at all.
Gotcha.
And you can also you can always just go back to the first base. 2 clicks on your controller and you're back to the first base. So it's like, why would I spend any time upgrading another base, because then you can just 2 more clicks and you're back to where you were.
Yep, you don't need to build up another base.
Weird. Yeah, there's just no reason outside of just doing it to do it.
Interesting.
Yep, you build up the first one, and that's all you need, and then you go story for the rest of the way. I'm about 30 something hours in, and I'm like trying to do like every single area because it's kind of just, I'm not casting it, so I don't have to make it exciting. So I'm just sitting there like going through every single thing like systematically, like next thing, because it's good like drone out. It's like I don't know, grinding honor and WoW. When it used to do that,
that's what I've been doing with the That's what I've been doing with the side ops in Metal Gear Solid off stream, because there's not that much story in them, but there's like, I don't know the actual number and I don't want to know the actual number, but there's at least 200 side ops that you can do that is just like, go get this guy and infiltrate him out of the base because he's a prisoner and he needs to be infiltrated out of the base, and I'll go do that, and it's fun. And it has no like impact on the main story except for getting some upgrades for your own base, etc. But then like, I know how many story missions there are, and I'm not going to say how many there are, but those are like vastly different from the side ops for the most part. So I'm saving those for stream. But that's been a fun thing to do off stream as well.
That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of crazy like these days how much it matters to do stuff like that. Like the differences between the Skyrim style open worlds, Witcher style open worlds, Mad Max and Far Cry style open worlds, where it's just almost kind of like a faked open world, where it's just a whole bunch of the same little things repeated over and over and over, and then they call it open world. And then you go do something like Skyrim, where it's like anything you could run up in Skyrim could be its own little like almost a DLC's worth of content just because you found a door in the ground. And it's just such a difference. It's almost like they should be called different things.
Yeah, it's true. Spamfish, you've been playing Forza. You said you got like is it a preview build or what?
I got the full game. I could only stream like the first 2 hours of the story, and then I could stream like free play on 3 tracks.
Gotcha.
It's
How do you say
really
it, Spam?
Forza.
Isn't it pronounced Forza?
Forza. It's Italian. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's the proper way is like Forza. Like there's a T at the end.
Forza.
I just want to start a GIF thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pronunciation. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's all relative. I don't know. But yeah, it's really good. Like, for what I've played already, the mechanics are great. I'm a big fan of driving games. It seems fun, and there's a lot of choice of cars. Obviously, people are always like, oh, what's going to be the DLC cards? How much car do you get as normal? But the one thing that's been added to this one that's really exciting is the weather effects. I played one track where there's like puddles, and the puddles stop, and like the skinning's really different. I really struggled to get around the rainy track, and I think it's that it's one thing they've kind of hyped up quite a lot about this release, and does seem really fun. And these were the games I used to play before I started streaming. I'd play a Forza or a FIFA game for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I just find it so fun to play mechanically, and I love driving games. So yeah, it seems they've knocked it out of the park again. It looks really good.
The big thing here, at least that I'm most interested in, the game runs at 1080p 60, right?
Yeah.
And I think all the other. Well, go ahead.
Well, I actually had some issues with my capture card. I didn't realize my capture card didn't stream at 30 FPS until like yesterday when I was streaming. I was like, why is it not 60? And I was like, oh, my capture card doesn't actually support it. So all this last year thinking I've been streaming at 60, I hadn't. But enough of how I'm a foul fish. It does run beautifully. It's super, super smooth. The game looks great. The cars look great. It's one thing that's always been great about Forza is it's a real great video game. Like if Gran Turismo is a great game to play, but it's got some iffy bits with the AI and the competitiveness, and some of the tracks are a bit bland. Whereas this is a proper video game with a real kind of, you can make it as difficult or as easy as you want. And I can't wait to play it more when it's officially out and I can play it all the way through.
Yeah. Next Tuesday. Did you get into, or do you get into any of the I say art, but it's not art. It's the emblems or whatever they're called, like the
libraries where you
libraries.
Skins,
Yeah.
I don't make them, but I'd like to download them. Like especially when you've got cars that are like the A-Team on a certain van or certain things that reference things.
That stuff's insane.
I remember for the last year on Forza 5, Dan's Gaming Forza actually made him a library you could actually download yourself, and I downloaded that on my Forza. So I had my Dan's Gaming mobile going round and stuff like that. And
did it just have his face on the side? I would have.
yeah, it had his old brand, with the face and the grey and the red kind of branding. That was that old one before he went to Nerd Fusion. But it was just had his face. And it was really well done, and like, a proper Forza artist did it and stuff. And it's great to add a bit of content to the game. And it's one thing that's great. People spend hundreds and hundreds of hours on these libraries, and they're intrinsically detailed, and they have great themes, video games, high art and stuff. And it's Forza games you can play forever almost.
Trying to find. I really want to find the Dan's Gaming library. I don't think I'm gonna be able
if
to.
it's not on this, it's on the Forza 5. It would have been ages ago, but it's somewhere on there.
So what appeals to you about, like, I never understood like racing. I understand racing elements in games, but I never understood like just the core racing game. Like, what draws someone like you that likes racing games to a game?
I've always been someone that's mechanics are first for me. Always with a game, doesn't matter anything else. It's even a game like Journey or Heavy Rain, where it's not necessarily about that. The mechanics and how a game plays is paramount. And driving games, when you do it well, that sensation of hitting an apex and getting first, and you tailor the AI, and if you're into cars and that sense of control and speed, turning the assist off, I think it's something I've always enjoyed. Driving games have always been one of my favorite games, whether it's Mario Kart or Big Red Racing. Big ups to anyone that remembers Big Red Racing on PC. Games like Supercars 2 on Amiga. I remember Euro Truck Simulator. There was the arcade game, the off-road game where you spun the wheel. Daytona Racing. I think it's just it's a game where you can easily games are all about suspension of disbelief and putting yourself in a transitory experience. And I think driving games are things that we are easy to assimilate to. You can really feel like you're driving the car. You really have tangible goals of success, and it really feels if a driving game's done right, you really feel it. So yeah.
Have Ko or Zeke, have you guys seen the art stuff, the library stuff in this game at all? So
not at all.
Nope.
This is all foreign to me.
Imagine being an artist and you're given very simple shapes and very simple, a pretty good robust, like say there's any color in the world, but it's just the simplest shapes, squares, triangles, small curves, stuff like that. And then you make like a fucking amazing anime car that literally looks like it was hand painted from these shapes. And that's what these people are doing in Forza. It is absolutely insane, the skill level of some of these fucking artists. Like, I should try to find some of the libraries online, because they're just insane.
Yeah, it's like intrinsic kind of art, and they use everything about it. It's a really open editor, and it's things you can't believe. Like it's like proper high resolution 1080p images, and
so
it's crazy.
Here's a perfect example. Let me pull this up on the big screen.
Didn't we have didn't we show the Minecraft guy who made that huge mural in Minecraft, like 1 million blocks? And it was this huge, but that's zoomed out.
So
it's like the same thing, right? Just pixels, just one little dot at a time.
These are squares and these are like the simplest rectangles, and they made that.
Is that Link?
That's all hand drawn or handmade in game. Yeah, that's Link with like his sword and like some fucking shit over here. This is like hours and hours and hours of work that I wish I could show you the actual library tool to show you how they do this, because it makes no fucking sense to me that someone is this good.
That's what I'm saying.
So
wait, can they trade them and sell them?
Yeah, and then there's a marketplace.
Or you can give away for free. People make like money off them.
There's like full-time libraries. It is that for me, the driving stuff has always been like, it's a cool driving game, but I'm most interested in the art, because it just doesn't make sense to me that someone could be that good. Like, I can't even draw a fucking stick person to make it look good. And these people...
I'll tell you this right now, though. If you can sell them, man, that's a real motivating factor for some talent.
Yeah. They really support the people that, like the top-end people in the game.
If I was doing a driving game and I saw a skin like that and I could pick it up for a few bucks, I'd do it. I mean, that looks awesome. Like, if I found like a good Fallout skin on there, oh, God.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, let me just do Fallout...
there'll be incredible Fallout ones. And the great thing is with the driver task system, where you don't race AIs. Even when you play offline, you race like an approximation of the way other people play. So it'll play kind of like, they'll race, they'll drive off the track and they'll make mistakes and spin out, but they also have the liveries that they have. So you'll see new stuff organically in the game, rather than just everyone's got a red car, green car. That you'll see, there's if I'm friends with Zeke on Xbox, I'll see Zeke's Forza character driving my game with like an AI routine, and it adds so much to the game and stuff. It's an incredible game.
That's cool. That's really cool.
There's a very simple Pip-Boy for you, Co.
I like
you
it.
could see a game. There's probably some insane ones that I can't see, but yeah.
So what?
So
like,
wait.
What did? Oh, go ahead.
No, go
No,
ahead.
if you,
Go ahead.
you're still. I was going to change the subject
I've
a
already
little bit.
cut you off twice today. Please go.
No, I was going to ask. Of all, like I've seen you play racing games. I've seen you play American football. I've seen you play UFC, baseball, like and MLB and that kind of stuff. Like, what is there one that you gravitate, like you're like looking
FIFA.
forward to every year?
FIFA. I could play FIFA all day, every day. Like I used to, even though I've been a fan of all games and I've been gaming since I was 5 years of age on Atari 2600, and I've gamed every day since then. I just love computer games. I could play FIFA forever. Like, I could play that game.
There was a demo for the new one recently, right?
Yeah, it's out. It was out yesterday on Xbox, out today on PC on Origin. Looks really good this year. But yeah, I could I'm a huge fan of football. I'm a huge fan of sports. And, I used to play those with my mates at uni. We'd just sit and play hours and hours, getting drunk, 5 mates, all playing FIFA or Pro Evo back in the day. It's a hard game for me to stream, though, because of how emotional I get about it. But, sports
By
games are
emotional, do you mean angry?
it's like I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a huge Charlton fan. I've got a Charlton tattoo on my heart next to my chest.
Okay.
Like, and it's just I always play as Charlton, and it's like I feel like I'm letting down my religion or something. Like when I play badly on FIFA, so it drains me streaming sports games, but I love it. Yeah, I always play as Charlton. That's the team I support. I never really play as any other team. I always play as the Bears when I play Madden, and people enjoy it because of how invested I get, and it's a real kind of roller coaster, and there's stories and stuff. But
dude, I gotta tell you, that's some of my favorite shit to watch you do. Is when you like have one thing and you get really invested in it, and just to see your development, like whether it's a team, whether like my favorite shit is like when you're playing, like you play MLB or you play UFC or something like that, and you're playing one character primarily.
I try and put stories
Gonzalo.
Like I'm like if anyone's new to the stream, like I'm a failed film director. I wanted to be a film director. That's what I wanted in life. I wanted to be Paul Thomas Anderson. And I like in MLB, I don't just play MLB. I play career mode, and my character Gonzalo Fantastico that I play Road to the Show, which you play as just him. He has been de-thawed by the North Korean government as a caveman. During the de-thawing process, he lost his left arm, so he's got this robot left arm that they've put in like reconnaissance device and recording equipment, and the North Korean government are infiltrating American culture via baseball. And I put that all into like the story of the game. And, like people love that, but it's that frustrated film director part of me.
Nice.
I sat there and watched you. Money is coming up to bat.
Yeah.
And because that was like his nickname was Money when he was playing MLB, and the announcer would say his nickname every time, Money. Now he's having a tough go of it, or whatever the fuck, But I loved watching him smash like in UFC and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's just.
And I can't get into sports games.
I just really get into video games. I've always been like that. I've always kind of really kind of given myself over to art and films and music and stuff, and it's just part of that,
Cool. Yeah. Anything else that you've been playing on stream, Spam, for you?
No, I played a bit of. What else did I play this week?
I saw you playing a little Metal Gear.
Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket
League.
League.
Metal Gear. Looking forward to Mario Maker next week, but that's next week. But yeah, mainly Metal Gear. I've played it for like 20 hours. I'm only like 7% complete.
Do you guys not get Mario Maker on the 11th?
We get it this week, I think.
Yeah, it comes out. I think it's on September 11th, right? On this
what
Friday?
day is today? Yeah,
Today's
this Friday.
the 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, today's not. Yes, it's the 11th. So
Nintendo's got those
excited.
weird launch dates, so that'll be I wonder how that'll be on Twitch. Like,
I think it'll be a 1 week hype game, and then 2D platforms don't do that well on Twitch. Unfortunately, they're great games. I think it'll be hype for a week. People will be interested in the levels and seeing it, but I think it'll be that 2 week kind of cycle, and then it will just be a kind of niche game again.
Yeah.
It's a shame though, because I think it's going to be the game of the year. I think screw Metal Gear, screw Bloodborne. I think Mario Maker where it's at for me.
Really, for you, that's the jam?
Just the fact that people, I think how amazing it is to create the levels. I think the ability to move and create levels can be so simple. It's like you're given Nintendo's kind of controls, and having people that can make games have that access. I think in 6 months' time, some of the levels that are going to come out, and if they support it like they've supported Splatoon, whether you have like slow releases, new content every couple of weeks, and keep uploading levels and new assets and stuff, I can see it being a huge thing. I'm super excited about it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm also excited for that. I want to see what it does on Twitch. And I also just kind of like everyone else want to see the levels in that and see how crazy people get on day one. But Zeke, before I have you guys ask me anything about Disney Infinity, I want to talk to you about you jumped into some of the Destiny patch yesterday, did you not? Did you get
me?
Yeah, I thought you were playing it on stream. Am I completely wrong about that?
You're out. Yep, you're out of mind. I haven't picked up Destiny, and I will not pick up Destiny.
Really?
Nope.
I thought I saw you were like downloading it yesterday.
I was downloading Batman.
Oh, I guess I just interpreted you made like a tweet like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for the download." I was like, "Oh, he's playing Destiny like everyone else."
Oh, no. No, Destiny is dead to me.
Well, one thing you did play that I will talk to you about that I know you played because I watched you play it.
We'll get to that. I just want to say, like, I played I went like on a play game explosion like this week because I was like, no, Bashi, oh my god. So
That must
I
have
played
been liberating.
oh god, was it ever? I played a whole bunch of games. I played Mad Max. I played the Life is Strange.
What'd you think about that? I haven't played it yet. No spoilers. Did you like it?
It's, you know what? I stopped after an hour, I think, maybe hour or two, because I have a friend that comes over and plays games with me sometimes. Her name is Wendy. She's Caramels on Twitch,
right?
But she comes over and plays games with me sometimes, and I have to pick out games that like aren't like super skill based, because you know she's not a gamer per se,
right?
But that it's like a Telltale teenage girl game with time elements. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And it would be perfect for her because there is so much like high school teenage girl dialogue in it. It is fucking fantastic.
Cool.
Like you got like an 18-year-old girl's journal that you're kind of looking through, and it's gloriously bad. It's like super awesome.
I know a lot of people on Twitch have like really championed that game, and everyone like is it going 6 parts or is it only 5 parts? Do you know?
I think it's 5, but the last one's not out yet.
Everyone's waiting like anxiously for that final one to play it.
Yeah, and everybody was like, the cliffhanger on the last one was, oh my god.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out when that came out like a month ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I definitely want to play it, but I'm gonna wait until they're all out.
Well, I can't wait to have someone sitting by me who went through that high school girl shit sitting next to me and have her play it, because there's no like real skill. You just walk around, talk, make decisions, that kind of thing.
Right.
I haven't seen a quick time event yet. So I don't know if there is one, but have her sit there and play it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. What else? There was something else that I picked up. What? Mad Max, Life is Strange. Party Hard.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask about the game that you're saving till the end, but yeah.
Yeah, I played Party Hard for a little bit. It's a good game, but I don't see myself playing it very much. Did you do
the Twitch interaction?
I did the Twitch interaction a little bit. It didn't seem like my kind of game.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Did you actually get any time with Batman?
Oh, Batman Arc. Oh, that's right, Batman. I forgot. The game I was downloading, or excuse me, I was playing other games while that was downloading, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I was like, I get it. It's the same. It's great. It's fucking awesome. It's another awesome Batman game, but it's the same Batman game that you've been playing.
I loved Arkham Knight so much more than the other two. So much more than the other two.
Well, you get the car, you get that shit, but
the art direction of that game, the way the cutscenes, the way the story is implemented, the use of, mise en scene, for want of a convoluted word, but is stunning. Like, that is one of the greatest directed games I've ever played. I wasn't that big a fan of City or Asylum, but Arkham Knight is astoundingly made.
And I have to say this also, Until Dawn. I already play that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that without spoilers. But also, real quick, I got to say, Zeke, do you appreciate good comic book characters?
Oh, I'm a comic book guy.
Would you play a game that you may not be so enthralled in if there was a really good character in it?
Absolutely.
You need to play through the main story of the Batman game.
Of Arkham Knight?
So I'll just say this:
one of the best supporting characters.
Yeah,
and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a character.
Zeke's a comic book guy. It's the Killing Joke. It's the Killing Joke.
It's one of the best dynamics in a Batman game I've seen in the main story. Even if you just do the main missions, it's worth it.
They apply all the Killing Joke story to this game, Zeke. That's why you should play.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what Alan.
See, I know how to
would say about
connect
that.
with Zeke via comic book terms code and say what you just said and make it
Yeah, no, I know
applicable to him.
No, I know the Killing Joke. I didn't know
I
that. You know
appreciate
what?
that.
That makes me excited to actually maybe crack it open again.
No, I was the same. I'm the exact same way as Co. Like in the same way as you. Like the game, just like all the other Batman games, but the Killing Joke is like heavily influenced in this story,
Wow.
and it's
All right.
awesome.
The back and forth dynamic, dude. As someone, let me put it this way: I'm not a huge comic book guy. I was in. There got to be a point in the story I was enthralled. Like I was like, I want to finish this game to see the end.
Yeah.
Like it was. It's play it, even if it's off stream. Even if
Yeah.
it's off stream, play it.
The only thing that I will say sucks about the game is the driving sequences are too frequent and they are too long. And we talked about that when
I
it was on
loved
the show.
them.
Yeah, and Co was the one guy that was like, man, I love the driving sequences. And I'm glad
like
that
the one
someone,
dude.
I'm glad that someone in the world, the one person was on
They
the
were
show.
good and fun, but there was just too many. And
Yeah,
too
there's too
often, like
many.
you say, yeah.
And then towards the end, they start lasting like, we're just going to throw 40 cars at this fucking bat guy because why not?
See, here's the thing, man. I'm an Armored Core fan.
Oh,
I'm the kind
okay.
of dude that could, like you just give me a fast mech and a few cool weapons and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? So like I got that vibe with it so much. That old school Armored Core, like, you're just ripping through waves trying to get to an objective. Like, I don't know. I
So-
kind of flipped back into that mode and it was great for me.
Zeke, were you playing the PC version?
Yeah.
So they patched it recently with all the fucking issues that happened at launch. Like, how did it play? I think that's like,
Once that was the impetus for me hooking up my new PC.
and it ran flawlessly.
I hooked
like
up
you
my
had
new
no
PC
issues?
and it ran fine.
I know-
It crashed me once.
Yeah, like me and Co and basically almost every other streamer had no issues with it, but we all have like really, really high end PCs. So I was curious
Yeah,
with
no,
the
I
patch that
fast
came out
for
last week,
PCs,
how
man.
it did. Yeah,
I
felt
switched over to
really
the
bad.
980 Ti and just
Worked fine?
killed it.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's glorious looking.
Is it back on Steam? Do you guys know if you can buy it yet?
I don't know.
I think it went on pretty quick afterwards. But dude,
No,
that
I don't think
situation
you
was
can
so
get available
bad.
still. I'm pretty sure it's still
That
not
was-
available on Steam.
Steam Batman. I'll look real quick.
It's because they want it because it was just they like let's just pull it because the DLC is still not available and stuff
And everybody
like
was
that.
saying the DLC was just shit.
Yeah.
Like they were saying that over and over again in my chat. It's like, don't bother the DLC. It's garbage.
You still cannot buy it. I do not believe on Steam. I don't think there's a buy now button.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Crazy.
which is crazy. So
It is.
The amount of money, like, were you supposed to get it for PC?
you can't.
You can still get it at some websites, certain websites that might have already been mentioned today, but yeah, there are. I'm sure.
Can you buy it on Amazon? Like the box? Amazon?
There's no box copies anywhere. It's only through key sellers and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
That's baffling to me, man.
Yeah.
To be perfectly blunt, with some of the ridiculous content on Steam right
On
now,
Steam, yeah.
like you can download games that don't even work. Like you go into the forums and it's just post after post of
Yeah.
it doesn't open.
Yeah.
Like you can't play the game, and it's like you go to the features page and you can buy it.
You can buy some pretty crazy shit.
That blows me away. I had no idea. That's the amount of money that must have lost them is just mind blowing.
Yeah,
millions.
it was a huge decision, to
Still
pull it.
losing.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
day, every day.
And it's
Still
good.
losing.
It runs well on so many people's PCs, but it was that backlash was so strong. It's just the nature of the vociferous gaming press these days. It's crashing on PCs.
Yeah.
Outrage.
And the funniest thing, but the worst thing for them was that was the start of the refund program on Steam. So every person that it didn't work for, they just instantly refunded. And I think that's why I got one of the main reasons why I got taken down. Because there was so much it was the top of the news things for that week, right? And so every motherfucker was just refunding and getting the money back. So Zeke, we're going to talk about Until Dawn now. We've delayed it enough because I want to talk to you about this. You were probably like my 5th or 6th playthrough I've watched of this game, and still there were scenes that were just completely different from other streamers that I've watched.
Please don't spoil it.
We
That's what I
won't.
heard.
I haven't played.
We're just gonna. I'm just showing
I'm
stuff from the
saving
very
it.
beginning of the game. So
So first, just let me say, as far as a horror game goes, and in everything this game wanted to do, it did very, very well. This is my game of the year so far.
Really?
Without a doubt.
Wow.
100% after playing, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5 and I haven't played Fallout 4 yet, obviously. But 10 out of 10. This
yeah,
fucking
played
game
Disney
was
Infinity.
amazing.
So
And it was fucking fun as shit, and it was pure people, oh my god, and you guys, you gotta be ready for crybabies, because there's gonna be fucking crybabies.
Anything.
There's no crybabies in chat. The crybabies in chat telling you like, you didn't do that, you got it, and you said it, and why did you blah? And they will sit there and just cry at you loud, like, you idiot, you didn't do the decision that I think you should have done, is what they're saying. And it's fucking hilarious. And I played through it, and I'll tell you, like, I didn't do it. Like, I'm gonna play through it again and again and again until I get the exact right result that I want. It's so good. Like, you see, like, people.
I don't even look at the chat. Oh my God.
No, I know, dude. Listen, it's fine. There's no spoilers. No spoilers. Just know that it's a horror game with choices.
I don't know if you can really spoil
consequences.
This game. I honestly don't think you can spoil it.
And that is one of the best parts. Is that you, like, it's really tough to spoil it because there's so many different paths, and that's like the thing. That's like the backbone of the game is the butterfly effect.
Twitch as well, like, it's such a big. People love watching it. People love streamers' different interpretations of it. I know a little bit about it, but I'm just really kind of. I hate any. I don't watch trailers for movies. I don't watch trailers for games. I like to go in blind, you know. So it's just my particular thing. But yeah, it looks incredible. I hear so many hype things about it, and I don't think one person has streamed it and not been like, "Oh, what an amazing stream! What an amazing experience for me."
I've watched it 5 times, and every time I'm just like, "I really should play this," and I know everything that happens.
I have not yet talked to someone who hasn't said that it's absolutely amazing. That speaks very highly. People from all over the map too.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because I'm kind of hit or miss on like Telltale style games. Like, some of them are really good for me and some of them are not so good for me. But this one was just fucking fantastic. Just the atmosphere was good. The story was good. The graphics are good. It doesn't get like it changes around enough that it doesn't get like super duper repetitive. And I think the characters are really well fleshed out. The voice acting is pretty goddamn good. And it has the nihilist from Big Lebowski in it. He's great.
Peter Stormare.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude.
You have him in it, and he's great.
I'm trying to find one of the moments where you fucked around with the people's faces.
See, we're gonna make a montage. I offered my mods $50 if they make a montage of all the face.
Oh yeah.
Stuff when you pause not pause the game, but when your character you're controlling in your idle for a certain amount of time in like certain areas of the game, it'll just like snap to a close up of their face, and they're just kind of like looking around, and then mouths move. Sometimes they go.
Yeah. And it was funny as shit because.
And every time that would happen, like just one thing, like one time it happened, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Oh, I'm just idle, and it's a close up of my face. But it was just like bad lip reading. It was just like me going. Like their mouth would
I wish I could. I can't find it. I've scanned this entire VOD like 4 or 5 times now.
Is it a game you need to play at night with the lights off and one sitting?
Worth it.
Yeah.
One sitting.
That's
for
debatable.
a normal person who plays through it. Like, it took me like 11 hours to play through it when normally it takes people like, I don't know, 7 to 8. So you might break it up into 2 5-hour or 4 or 5 hour slots, but I played it all the way through, and I was glad I did.
Yeah, and the game's segmented enough to where you can do that, right? Because it's like chapter
there's chapters. Chapters.
Yeah. And they do like little recaps after each chapter. So
previously on Until Dawn.
Yeah. Zeke, I have to ask, how many people were alive at the end of your playthrough?
What do you mean?
Not like how many people lived at the end of your playthrough of the characters? Do you even know?
I do.
Well, it's not a spoiler. Like, there's 9 characters in the game, and all 9 of them can die. Well, not all 9. Most of them could die, or you could save them all. This is not even a spoiler, though. Like, if this is a spoiler, then go fuck yourself. That's what I say.
No, it's a spoiler about like people actually dying.
Well, yeah, that's like the most touted thing about this game. How is that?
I don't know anything. I'm just gonna.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Spam. People die in this horror game. Go fuck yourself. 100% go fuck yourself.
Show was going great until JP ruined Until Dawn.
Yeah. I think
You want to just message me
3.
since? Okay.
I think 3 or 4.
Okay. Gotcha.
JP, that spoiler literally scared me stiff.
Yeah, I know. You're frozen in horror, Co.
I can't even move. I'm so distraught over
don't
this.
worry, Co.
I can't even.
You can trust that fart.
I've got just.
That's his face. He's like, should I trust this fart? I don't know. It's wet.
Co, I've got just the thing to bring you back to life.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's talk about Disney Infinity.
Oh, let's do it. I want to know all of it. I want to know everything.
By talking about Disney Infinity, I don't even know where. Like, just ask me questions. Like, because I don't know.
What the hell is it? What did you do?
I did this. I ran around and I bought Korra from the Tron franchise.
I can't see your screen because Skype is ass. Tell me what you see.
Describe me.
So right now I'm Luke Skywalker running around with a Jawa on my hand. Or sorry, not a Jawa. No, a Jawa. Yes, a Jawa on my hand, and I just threw him, and then he probably went like UTD. And then
Was it a puppet?
Yeah.
Wait,
So a lot of
right?
the. This is a fucking weird game to describe to
You
people
were
that
carrying
don't.
a Jawa and you threw it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me scroll back here to the beginning.
Did you ask the Jawa?
I'm sold already. You can throw Jawas. I'm sold. Where can I sign up for this? Are you kidding me?
I don't even know. So the game is like, it's so hard to describe this to like hardcore gamers because they're just gonna be like, why would the?
But you got a skill tree and stuff?
Yeah. So like each character, I have Yoda. He's gonna be green screen though. I've got, oh God, what is this person? Ahsoka. I don't know. She's from like the Star Wars Rebel IP, and I've got Korra from Tron, who was in the movie. Here's Anakin. Here's Boba Fett. And then 2 more, Leia, and then Luke. And you just put these on your platform, they pop in game. And each character has a skill set that's saved to the actual figure, that also has an XP system saved to the actual figure. I think max level is 30 per character.
It actually writes data back to the figure?
Yeah, so there's a memory chip on each figure that is saved to that
Interesting.
figure. So if you take this to like another person's Disney Infinity playset and you put it on their set, it'll ask like, do you want this person's information in your game or do you not? And then it'll go into their playset. But like the actual game is through these things. I guess I could just show this. So this is like the platform that you put all the toys on. It's got 2 platforms, 1 for each toy, and then it's got this, which is the playset, which is where this goes, which is, I forgot what this is called, like Rise of the Empire or something like that. You put that on there, then it loads levels. So basically, if you were to extrapolate that, this is like payable physical DLC. Is really what this is.
Yep.
How much are those?
Okay, so each toy is $13 to $15. If you buy this, the play set, it comes with Leia and Luke, and I think it's in like the $30 range. I don't know how much it is just for the play set. I could not find that.
Do you have Han? Is Han in there?
No, Han is, I don't think, available yet. I think he comes out at
Okay.
the end of September or maybe the beginning of November. Because I know they
Because he'd
have,
be my dude. That'd be the guy I would pay. I would pay money for.
yeah, like Darth Vader comes out
And Vader.
in November, and he looks pretty cool. And then they have like some other ones. So this is
And
the
Palpatine.
Palpatine's not a figure yet.
I'd pay for Vader.
So this is a
Han,
weird
and
thing.
Palpatine. And Greedo.
Inside
If there's
Out.
Greedo.
Greedo's not. None of those characters are there. Palpatine's not there.
And Jabba. I'd probably pay for Jabba too.
Jabba's in the game, but he's not a figure.
I'm just adding names, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just
he's
fucking
not a
with you.
figure. But this is the weird thing. Like, this is 3.0, which is the third one, is like very Star Wars focused. But is this a Pixar joint? Is Inside Out a Pixar thing?
Yeah, it's the new Pixar film.
Yeah, I like how.
Also, Spam and Co are both frozen now.
Yeah, I just realized that as well. I just realized that.
It's good that it's not too bad a picture.
Yeah, it looks
Nice.
fine. You look normal.
So, okay, JP. So I'm seeing apparently there's a lot of different types of mini games I'm looking
Yes,
at, right? And I'm
it's-
guessing
well-
they level the characters.
Let's say fetch quest. Imagine you're playing an MMO by yourself and there's fetch quest. That's what the game is.
That sounds horrible, JP. That sounds like a hell for some people.
Again, this is a terrible game to describe to hardcore people, but if you're a 5-year-old, this is like fucking seeing Jesus for the first time. Like, this is a god-tier game.
So, wow. So is the whole thing just a sandbox? So
Yes,
it's
it
not,
is.
It's just it's almost like a Mario Party game where there's just like a bunch of different things to do.
Not well. I mean, Mario Party's totally different game. Yes, there is a totally different thing. There's multiple things to do. You can also build stuff. Like I had to do fetch quests, and like there's a Sarlacc pit, and like I just unlocked Boba Fett by collecting him in game. And then that's kind of the shitty thing is I can't just put like Korra down and play inside of the Star Wars set. They keep the IPs separate from one another. So like only Star Wars characters that you've unlocked can play in that specific play set. But you can play the character in like, where is it at? It took me forever to get my Disney Infinity account. But the other thing is people can make levels and upload their levels to the internet, and that's what this shit is. So let me just, like, this is some user-created X-Wing, like, Death Star run as I try to terribly play through this. And that's that level. So it's kind of like endless in that sense, where you can just go to the community, see what they've made, and just pull levels from them. And that you can use every character in the toy box. Sorry, too many fucking terms in this game. But it's
stay
a
on
massive
target
game.
down that trench.
Yeah, it's a weird game, and also there's like so much in this game, in the sense of there's so many IPs, there's so many things that you can do that, like you have a house that you can go and design, which I have not done any of yet. But you can go and like build a house and like put down things that you want in the house that serve a certain character, et cetera, et cetera. You mentioned skill trees. There's full skill trees. I could probably try to find a portion of that. That was a big JP. You could try to find a skill set here. Is it? Oh yeah. So there's 5 different things, and like each character has like special abilities and shit like that. I don't know. If I was a kid and I was playing this, and this is totally what Disney wants, like I would have my parents buy every single fucking toy. All the time, every time.
You go to game stores these days, half of the shelves almost are Infinity and Amiibos and Skylanders and whateverness, you know?
I had multiple people in my chat say that they worked retail, and the number one thing that moved in their store was Disney Infinity merchandise.
I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased and thankful they're not making one of these for Fallout.
Right, yeah, because if you're a fanboy of, like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so for me it's just like, oh, this is fucking awesome. But if there was something that you're super into, like Fallout, you'd probably be all over this. 100%.
Imagine 50 Fallout bobbleheads that had special missions on each corresponding to what bobblehead they were.
No.
Who wouldn't buy every single one of them?
Exactly.
I'm a bit like JP. I've bought every single Amiibo. I've got like all 50 Amiibo sat there.
Nice.
I'm all in. I'm all in on this stuff.
Yeah.
Charge me.
It's a weird... the whole, like, Toys to Life thing is so bizarre, because... For like the hardcore community, it doesn't. There's nothing there, but for like people that are diehard fans, or like I don't know why I bought this shit, but it's fucking rad. Like they've been sitting next to my desk the entire past week, and I've just sat there and be like, "That's pretty cool. I'm glad I bought that."
It's a physical thing. So much of gaming is digital these days. So much is online on screen. To have a physical thing that corresponds with this virtual world is like, oh yeah, that's real, and it goes and it scans. It's so simple, but. So are humans.
It's a really weird. You remember that? You know that guy, Zeke? Did you see Frozen, the little fucking snowman?
Nope.
He's in there.
Never saw Frozen.
He's got a level.
I'm sure.
A level to himself.
Sure he does.
At the end. Some of this stuff I like. There's so much in this game that I don't even know some things that are in this game. There was this part where like I go into Endor, and I'm starting to throw all these fucking Ewoks around, and then like an AT-AT's walking around on the ground. It was fucking great.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and this is like I think this was like the platforming world or portion of the game. I'm not sure. The game's fucking really huge. I can't describe it. I haven't spent enough time with it. I only played like 3 or 4 hours on stream.
How much content would be there if you didn't have any of the Infinity figures? Could you play it and just have the game, or is it?
Yes. So all you need is one figure, and when you buy the actual game itself, it comes with like it's a package deal for $60. I think you get like 2 figures in one playset. I think. But yeah, that's Disney Infinity. I don't know. Zeke, you look so not sold on this whatsoever, and that's exactly what I was anticipating.
It's like Kingdom Hearts with toys. for
if
me.
they put let me talk to you about Kingdom Hearts and Disney Infinity. There is on.
Wait, let me just crack that one open.
On DisneyInfinity.com, they are selling, or sorry, not selling. They're giving away 100 Mickey from from Kingdom Hearts 3, Disney Infinity, like actual physical toy, and it looks so fucking cool. But there's only like 100 or so of them being given away. But I'm sure they're going to end up on eBay, and I'm sure I'm going to look.
You
to
on
see
the
how
list?
Much,
You trying to get on the list?
To see how much they sell for. It is a crazy thing. It is a crazy thing. But for like the hardcore world,
I'm trying to think like
not much.
What would I like get really? You know what?
Comic book characters. If they did one for comics,
if they did like oh my god, I didn't even think about that, dude. If they did like a Watchmen,
yeah. Oh, you'd be all over that.
oh, I would lose all of my money.
Yeah.
Like if they did a Watchmen or like like so many, like a Sandman or like all these other comic books that you're right. Now I get it. I didn't even think it's like I got to put myself in your shoes.
And that's the other thing too is there's a lot of Star Wars characters in this. This is a weird level that I downloaded in this game that like are from Star Wars Rebels or the Clone Wars, like the animated stuff that's on like Disney XD, their kid station, whatever that is, the Disney Channel. And so like for little kids, they see the stuff and they're just like, this is the best thing fucking ever existed. And they just get their parents to go buy all this stuff, which sucks for the parents because it's not a cheap game whatsoever. It is so fucking, I've spent $150 on it, and I haven't even played that much of it. And I can imagine kids see a toy and they're just like, I want that toy, and they go fucking crazy. And you can't even move the action figures. They literally don't move. They literally just do this, and that's it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like people are saying, like Marvel, they do that with Marvel toys and stuff like that.
They got Marvel in here. Marvel's in here.
No, yeah. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Not the same thing. That's not the same thing to me. Like I'm not talking about superheroes because I don't read a lot of superhero comics. To be completely frank with you,
yeah,
I don't really like them. Sure. I like comic books that are based around real people for the most part. But like Watchmen's an exception because it's such a fucking awesome, like one of the top comics of all time. If you like, you see the movie's good, but the comic is just fucking phenomenal because
the movie's terrible. The movie's terrible.
Movie's decent.
Movie's pretty all right.
Oh, compared to the actual graphic novel, it's like
right. But it's like comparing the Mona Lisa to like a snapshot on your phone of the Mona Lisa. You know, it's still the Mona Lisa.
True.
I thought the film was terrible.
And I live in analogies. Hey, Co's back.
Welcome back, Co.
But you were what were we saying? Oh, the movement.
Yeah.
If they came out, there's that new Transformers game that's coming out soon, right?
The one for the one that Platinum's putting out?
The 80s style one.
Yeah, the one that Platinum's putting out. Yeah.
I'm going to play the shit out of that. I'm a Transformers fanboy, definitely.
Yeah, they're all into
80s
it.
Transformers only, though, for some reason. Like, I don't much care for any of the new shit. Anything after 1989, I'm done. I don't care. But
so you're not a fan of the new movies then, huh?
nah, they're action
right.
movies. They're definitely not Transformer movies at all.
Yeah.
They're not even close to what Transformers are. But if they did the amiibo show or like this shit with Transformers, like the 80s style, and you can transform them and shit, I'm gonna answer this. This is me. Hold on. If they did that, hey Ma.
Hi.
Hold on a sec, Ma.
Okay.
I'm on the air right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, hold on.
You'll call back?
Nope, don't call back. Stay on the line for just a second. If they did that with the Transformers, I would be all over it. Same thing. Look, give me 1 second. The reason why I'm taking this live on the air, I figured she'd call eventually. You still there, Ma? Okay, can you guys hear that?
No, now we can't. We could when you first answered, but now we can't.
Hello?
How about
Now we can, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, because it's my mom's birthday today.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Zeke Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zeke's mom.
Happy birthday.
59.
She's 59 today.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm taking her out to dinner after Drop Frames is over.
Don't let them take you to
That's
Applebee's.
why I'm calling. I want to know where and when.
You want where and when? Wherever you want, Ma. It's your choice. She always does this shit to me.
How about Jake's?
How about Jake's? Jake sounds good. Jake's the steakhouse.
I haven't eaten there forever.
You haven't eaten there forever?
Forever, sweetheart. Like 30 years.
Really? It's been that long? You know, Jake's has like been in the same restaurant forever.
I know.
Oh, it's because you don't leave the house.
Do they have lobster?
I-
Because that's what I want.
Okay, CohhCarnage, my friend wants to ask you a question.
Oh, I was just wondering, like, what's the plan when like 4 people you didn't invite show up?
What's the plan when 4 people we didn't invite show up in case they're watching this now? In their
Yes.
Bring lots of money.
Oh, that's a good plan.
some money.
That's a great plan.
So head on over if you're buying.
All right. I'll call you after the show's over, Mom. We'll see if Jake's has lobster.
Sounds good.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Happy birthday to your mom.
Her laugh.
Yeah, her laugh is fantastic.
She laughs like she like smokes pot all day long.
Her laugh is you know whose laugh she sounds like, Zeke?
Who was that?
Yours.
What?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh, dude. Really?
Yeah.
Do I
Is
laugh
it
like?
similarity? There is.
You laugh like you smoke pot all day long.
That's true.
I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it.
That's true.
I don't, but I'll take it. I don't, I never saw the correlation though. It's like,
It's definitely similar.
tell me I look like my dad. It's like I don't see it, but I guess it's there.
Oh, you definitely look like your dad. Oh my god.
I'm trying to picture. Yeah, you look like your dad a little bit. You sound like your mom though when you laugh. That's for sure. But yeah, that's Disney Infinity. Don't buy it because you're all hardcore gamers if you're watching the show. But if you have kids, don't show it to your kids because you're immediately going to drop like $400 on it, and you don't want to do that. 100%.
I just got a tweet. I'll be over at Jake's to eat steak soon. Tell your mom happy birthday.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
Tweet that.
That was a bad call to do that.
Not in Billings, Montana. It's not. Trust me.
Okay, all right. Your words, not
me.
mine.
There's like 4 people who actually watch Twitch. Or even
Now
know what
you're
it is.
just like begging them to. You're actually saying like, no one's gonna come to dinner tonight.
There's 2 locations. You got a 50% chance of getting it right. Good luck.
Jesus
there.
Christ, you are a braver man than I, Zeke.
What are they gonna do? Come up and like punch
You
me?
don't like question what they're. You just stop. Just no more, Zeke. Just shut up about the thing.
What are they gonna come up and give me $100 bills?
Well, okay. There you
Wink.
go. There you go. Talking about news of the week, there's not too much, just a lot of game releases coming out. DICE revealed a new Battlefront mode. I haven't looked at that, but it's basically King of the Hill, so I don't need to. It's called Drop Zone. Did you guys? Anyone? Zeke, you're kind of a big Halo fan, right? Or were?
No, I played through them.
But you're not a big fan, I would say.
Not a huge one though. This St. Jude actually gave me an Xbox One for being a fundraiser,
Nice.
and I have whatever the Halo package is. It's
Yeah.
like Halo,
Master Chief Collection.
Chief it down edition,
Chief it down.
or whatever you want to call it.
Chief all the
I
content.
made a
just
promise
chief
a
it.
long time ago to play through all Halos with another streamer, Mrs. Violence, who is like a Halo nut bar.
Yeah.
And I said I'd never do it because I'm never going to buy an Xbox One. And then suddenly I get gifted one, and she's like, "Fuck you, we're doing it." I'm like, okay.
Nice.
So that's going to happen someday.
They showed the opening cinematic for Halo 5, and I guess they got me. Like I'm pretty excited for it. It looks pretty awesome. Nathan Fillion's in there. I'm a huge Nathan Fillion fan. He's like one of the Spartans, I guess, is who he is.
Nathan Fillion's in?
Yeah.
Wait, he's a Spartan? Wasn't he like a
Joss
normal?
Whedon gonna be there?
No, because then they wouldn't do a Halo 6 after that, obviously.
Hold on a second though.
Oh.
His character in the I get
can
even
probably-
though
let me-
Halo's
I'm just
old,
gonna
I don't
show-
want to spoil it.
I'm just
But,
gonna show
yeah.
the fucking roll. What do you guys? No, feel free to spoil it.
Do it.
It's like a
Show-
Oh, do it just a
30-year-old
little.
game.
Just a little bit.
Just-
Isn't Nathan Fillmon's character like a
Philemon.
normal non-Spartan grunt in the other games? Does he like?
No, but this. Hold on. Let me just show you. This
You're gonna have
actually looks like
6,000
Nathan Fillion.
nerds up your ass, Nathan Fillion.
Is it Fillion? Okay,
Yeah.
I do. I
Hold
love.
on. Oh,
I've loved
fuck,
it
I
since
missed it.
the second I saw him in. Oh God.
That right there is Nathan Fillion's character.
Come on.
It literally looks like Nathan
Looks just
Fillion
like him.
through and through.
It looks like him now too. He's like his face has filled out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of filled out a little bit in person too. If you see him.
Firefly.
Firefly. Thank you. It's Firefly. Yes.
I'll just save you. I gotta save you, man.
Thank you.
But they're like, it's kind of like a mission briefing, and then it goes into this action sequence.
Garoppolo?
Maybe no, I don't think so.
Like Janine Garoppolo right next, like the shot.
And then this
before.
shit happens, and they like jump out of the ship, and there's fucking Covenant ships, and like crazy music's going on. And then later on in the trailer, they're fighting all these fucking Covenants. I'm just like, fuck yeah, that looks like Halo. And I'm in because it looks awesome. If the campaign is more of this, I'm totally there. I'm already there.
It's kind of funny because I wasn't watching the campaign, and I was just listening to JP, and I that is every single Halo trailer.
Yeah, it is
just narrated.
It is. It's awesome. They felt like it looks to me. Everyone is describing it as like an Avenger style.
Dude, it looks really.
scene.
I mean, I like the little forward jump jet thing. I hope that gets integrated into play. That would
Yeah,
really
like
be
all
a
I think
different
all those
speed thing.
Spartan maneuvers are in the game. Like they put in different things so you can like slam the ground and stuff like that. But no Master Chief shown in the opening of this.
Good.
This is actually the first time I've seen this. This looks pretty good.
He's kind of like, I think he's, well, the story is that these guys are like chasing him or some shit. I don't know. He's in the game though. He's definitely in the game playable. He has to be in the game.
Well, I say let him go. Like it's not Master Chief. The game is called Halo. It's not called Master Chief.
But Master Chief, for all of the Xbox 360's life, was like the definitive mascot for that entire lifespan.
I know.
I'm just saying, like,
10 parties in Xbox, the very first Halo.
so did I, man. That was good times.
It was fucking. It was
Yeah,
a
about,
scenario. It was
Blinks the
awesome.
cat. I thought Blinks the cat was the Xbox mascot. What happened to Blinks?
Fucking good old Blinkies.
For that matter, what happened to that hair whip chick? Wasn't she supposed to be a mascot?
Who?
Oh, what? Heavenly Sword?
Bayonetta?
Heavenly Sword?
No. From like 16-bit. Like she'd whip her hair. She's like a genie.
Oh,
Wasn't she supposed to be a mascot?
Shantae? Is that what you're talking about?
How about Bonk? Wasn't Bonk supposed to be
Bonk,
a
that
mascot
game was
Bonk.
fucking amazing.
for the Turbo Graphics, right?
I remember that game.
God.
That was supposed to be
Busby.
Mario.
Busby as well.
Busby, yeah.
Busby.
Those are some old games.
Oh,
Man.
nostalgia.
Those are good games.
I remember the Alf game was pretty big for a while. They pushed that with the Nintendo.
Oh,
No, I was trying to think of all the games, or all the like the systems that were supposed to have like
A
this is
mascot.
the mascot of this. Like Halo has Master Chief, or excuse me, like Xbox has Master Chief, like Mario for Nintendo, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sonic for Sega.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the ones. I knew Bonk, and there was like several other
I mean,
ones.
Crash
I'm trying to think.
Bandicoot was Sony's for a while. That
There
was
you
like the definitive one.
Crash.
Make another Crash Bandicoot game. Oh my God, I played them again recently, like on my PSP where I was traveling, and they're so good still. Like
They're
they hold
still
up
good
to this day.
platformers, yeah.
Yeah.
They're still good platformers. I don't think
Good
they need
games.
to make a new one at all. I think Naughty Dog can just keep working on whatever they're working on. They don't need to
Yeah,
go
it's
back.
true. Like yeah,
Crash
come on,
Bandicoot
Last of
days.
Us. Come on, like
Yeah,
what am I to
yeah.
tell them what to do.
What, I guess some of the other big
Can we
news.
talk about TwitchCon?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about TwitchCon about?
I want to mention something that's going to happen because he's on the program right now.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, I heard about this.
Spamfish, the failfish himself, or as I like to call him, Tim.
No, don't no. The fourth
No,
wall,
no.
don't break it.
Sorry,
Don't break the
fourth
fourth
wall. No, my immersion will be roasted live at TwitchCon by some of the other broadcasters that have know him and love him. We're going to be doing it live. Not sure when, not sure where, but it is confirmed. It is happening.
Nice.
I'm going to start writing material right now.
Awesome.
I'm so
And
scared.
I'm going to tear, because I went into my roast like eyes like half open. I'm going to like wide eyed. I got like my fucking headlamp on. I'm going to destroy.
My parents will be watching.
I'm going to destroy you in front of your
Come
folks.
on, it's a bit of fun. You have to be.
Fish Dad is going to wish that you were never born.
Be kind to me. Be kind. I'm a gentle soul.
I'm a gentle soul, but some of the people that are going to be involved with it, Future Man Gaming, RSQ Viper, John Carnage, of course, Dan Paul from Sarcooley Show, who set it all up. That's like who is like going to be the roast master is DP from Sarcooley Show, because he's like a stand-up comedian who has a background in that kind of stuff. He's going to help everybody flesh out their jokes and stuff like he did for my roast and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be great. Might have some other special guests coming that are not confirmed all the way 100% yet, but we'll see. but
Cool
should be
stuff.
fucking fun.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
More information soon, right?
Yeah. I think they're going to announce it on stuff and things. Yeah, I don't. I'm not known about announcing it. I just kind of.
You're just showing up.
Yeah, I'm just showing up to get destroyed.
You don't want to plan You don't want to plan your own roast, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just let them do all that.
I'm just going to sit there and take it all in, and then say a few things at the end. That's it.
There you go. There you go. That's how you do it. Other big news. There's new Witcher 3 stuff coming out. Hearts of Stone.
Yep.
Did you watch the trailer for that, Zeke or Co? Because I didn't.
I'm actually on a full blackout for
Good.
it. And primarily, I think what I'm going to do, my original plan was to do Heart of Stone and then the next big one, which is this one's, I think, 10 hours. And the next one, I think, is 20 hours.
Is Heart of Stone not that big?
No, they're both. One of them's like 10 and one's 20. I don't remember which is which.
Okay.
But yeah, they're big. And not only that, the combined new amount of land they're adding in the 2 expansions is greater than Witcher 2 completely.
That's pretty crazy.
It's
Is that and
huge.
this is paid, right? You have to buy this. You have to buy into these. Or are they free?
Yes, I believe they are. They're both considered expansions. They release 16 free DLC with the game, and then these are the 2
Expansions.
extra ones from there. It's a Heart of Stone, Zooge. But yeah, it looks really cool. They're adding a ton of stuff. New Gwent cards. Woo!
Are they doing physical cards? Did I read that incorrectly?
I've read the physical card thing. I don't really know much outside of the physical card announcement because you do kind of need a board to play Gwent, sort
Right.
of. I mean, I guess you could do it otherwise, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that for sure. But what I was saying earlier, I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait for both,
Till
like
they
both
both
of
come
them
out.
to release, and then just do like a week back in Witcher,
Yeah,
and kind of get everything
probably
done.
smart.
Also, interesting to know and good to pass around. The expansions assume you're level 30.
Right. Yeah. So,
So this
basically,
is
beat
this
the
is
game.
expansion content. This isn't the kind of stuff like Fallout where you can just kind of jump in, you get a message, you can run do it. Like it's designed to be end game stuff,
Yep. Looks pretty cool.
which is awesome.
Looks pretty cool.
H1Z1.
I got also-
Oh, sorry.
yeah, H1Z1 stuff. Go ahead, Zeke.
No. I just wanted to mention that in case we didn't get to it. But go ahead. Finish your thought.
He was changing
No, I-
topics. So
Oh,
Yeah, I was actually
okay.
changing topics, so H1Z1's a good one, and which
Who's
is
all
by the
in
way,
it?
time into that. It's
are you talking about the
awesome now.
Invitational?
Yeah. Are you in a JP?
Yeah.
You're in a Co?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Cool. Spam?
I'm actually winning it.
I've never
You're
played
winning it,
H1Z1.
Oh, you never have?
Z1.
Okay.
Yeah.
H1Z1.
H1Z1.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon.
Yeah. We're up to.
Isn't it H? H1?
That's how you pronounce it.
H1Z1?
Oh wow! I didn't know they chose all the
The winners?
of like the contest. That's good.
Oh, okay.
I don't recognize any of these names. I'm not scared.
I had to back out, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
You couldn't be up at 9 a.m.
No, it wasn't that. I'm actually both days I'm doing the Twitch hosting gig.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like I'll be helping like with the whatever they're doing, like interviews or games and whatever. So I'll be doing that. So I had to inform them that I would not be able to participate, which is just fine because I suck at that game anyways. I would be an
Dude, to
embarrassment.
be honest, like skill is only going to be so much of a factor in this thing. Like as every game of H1Z1, it's only so much of a factor because fucking anything can happen. Like, the best player in the tournament, who's probably, I think most people would agree, Sexy Hexy, probably won't win because anything can fucking happen.
Now, $142,000. How many people are
Summit's
playing?
in it.
What? I think Sexy Hexy is better than Summit because Summit plays destructively where Sexy Hexy plays very passively, which is how
And
you
you,
want to play.
Co,
this
you
event.
beat Summit, so it can't be that good.
Yeah, it's true. You beat Summit.
I got a lucky kill on it. In the tournament. I was so happy about that because like I don't even think he knew I was there when I did it. And it was fantastic. But dude, I mean, again, Summit won a BR standing at the line at the Twitch booth at PAX Prime with people surrounding him, like standing, just playing, just wins a BR. You know, it's just like, it's ridiculous. But no, JP, you're absolutely right, man. It's going to be really crazy to see, especially in like the first 20 minutes.
Who dies?
Like
Yeah.
happens in that first 20. And also the big thing is, I mean, where you spawn, where you start
so
in the
huge.
sky is huge. I mean, it can completely determine if your game's a winner or loser. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting.
The cool thing is that they're doing 2 of them. So if you have like a bad first game and some crazy shit happens, you're going to be in the second one. And the money's being split across, isn't it? I think it's 10% for first place. Is that right?
Yep. It's the first, and also not only the first 10 places get winnings in both of them. So
Yeah.
there's going to be 20 winners total.
Wow.
which is good. I think that's great.
I hope some smaller streamers get up high. Like some people that like I don't
so do
I really don't want to see like, I mean, maybe this makes me a bad person and I'll accept that. But I don't want to see someone who I don't want to see it donated to charity. I really don't. Like, I don't want to see someone who doesn't need the money get the money and donate it. I want a streamer to get it, keep it, get a brand new PC, get a fucking better apartment. Whatever the fuck.
Sure.
I want to see that happen. I want to see it put back into Twitch.
Oh yeah, and I think
tangible increase in someone's quality of streaming.
Exactly. I would love to see that because there's so many charity streams. Like I've seen so much good being done. I would love to see some nice selfish good being done.
Maybe that would be a cooler thing instead of giving it to charity to give it to like and this I guess it would be weird, but like to the biggest non-big stream or the smallest non-big streamer that placed highest or something.
Well, handle it like a Miss America pageant. Like give it to like Miss Congeniality. Like whoever was
whoever's nicest in game.
Yeah, exactly. The best skilled player who got like screwed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, nicest.
I mean, it'll be
come up with your own awards.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah, totally.
You were the funniest. You lived the longest.
Yeah.
You shot at me and I killed you, and you get money for that. Like, you just have all sorts of fun
Well,
stuff.
if it was me and I was like really good at anything, like, and I won, and I'd like give it to somebody, but I'd make them like, I just wrap it like this money in a pile of shit, and be like, you got the biggest asshole award, and like give him the prize money, but give him a trophy that's like a puckered asshole or something. You know. Like sour the sweetness a little bit.
So it's looking like it's going to be 15,000 for first place on both those, and I'm actually glad it's not like 70 or 80,000 for first place. Like I'm glad that it's smaller because honestly that makes it less. For me, it makes it like less intense in a way because the money is not that fucking gigantic. I mean, 50,000 is still a lot, but it's not $60,000 or $70,000, right?
It's not enough to be like, you know what, screw everyone else. I gotta take this seriously. Let's not have fun. Let's buckle down.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree completely. Like when I play this, there's a good chance, just like when I always do, I'm just gonna pick like the most common area that everyone's gonna. Let's go there and see what happens.
Right,
you know?
right. The other thing too,
the shotgun first.
I was talking to some of the other participants about it at PAX. Like leading up to PAX, this is actually going to be like the most nerve-wracking thing for me. And so I don't even want to like get I don't want to get trashed on Friday night. I don't want to drink. I just want to have like a very calm, quiet evening and just go to sleep. And that's it.
Oh, they're doing it on Friday. They're on Saturday
morning at 9 a.m. is when we got to be there.
Man, that is why would they do that?
Well,
That's
they can't do it any other time. Like,
no, I know that, but Jesus Christ, that means like so many people that I want to party with will not party with.
Well, the Twitch party's on Saturday evening, so you'll be able to.
Okay.
They moved the Twitch party, but yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a lot of fun. Everyone that's in it is super excited, so I'm sure they're gonna have great viewership. We're not gonna be able to stream it, obviously, but they are gonna have one stream for it, which they'll be like, I think it's gonna be professionally casted and all that stuff. So look forward to that. Just wrapping out the rest of the news.
I got one more game.
Go ahead.
Okay. I sat down and got to play some Crowfall.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What'd you think?
You were talking about that like months ago, weren't you?
Yes. Crowfall is the new MMO coming out that's kind of like a spiritual successor to Shadowbane. It is a fully crowdfunded MMO, so they don't have to do anything to make money or have any systems in that they don't want. It is very interesting. Like, it's not what I expected. And I can actually talk about this because people that are in the closed alpha right now can stream it. So for those wondering, there's no NDA or anything. It's very much alpha. Like, nothing really has textures yet and stuff. You can pick 3 different classes, and it's kind of like Neverwinter. If you played Neverwinter, the MMO, it's kind of actiony combat where your character's attached to your mouse. So when you move your mouse left and right, he moves left and right. Left click is an attack, right click is an attack, and then you have like numbers. But what I really like about it is it's very clear from the get-go they're doing things differently. Like you can hold down abilities and then do different types of moves to have different effects. And there's combo skills that go between the different ones, or you can go straight down them and they have different effects. Like it's very basic, but already has some interesting features. So overall, it's again like pre-alpha stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I want to show this guy's stream,
me...
but I need to ask him. Fucking, he doesn't care. I'm just gonna show it.
Well, I should have streamed some of it just to kind of show people, and I may during one of the next closed alphas. But Oh, here we go. Yeah, this guy did it here. But it's cool.
What is the streamer's name? Real Blank Space is streaming it right now.
Oh, cool. Okay, I know him. He's a good dude. Oh,
Good. Oh god, that's don't want to show his I don't want to show that in front of this many people. So what did you actually play of it? Like what?
They have a Hunger Games style scenario now where multiple teams of 3, so it's not just like one side versus one side, like multiple teams all kind of have to charge in. They have some basics of their system in play that they kind of show off in the scenario. So like, for instance, there's treasure chests around the arena and you can loot them for items, which is then shows kind of the gear and stuff like that. But it's right now it's basically just kind of a Hunger Games style scenario. There's 3 different classes: a DD, a Centaur kind of positional tank DPS character, and then like a little tank guy with a shield. And it's just scenarios. All they were very clear and upfront that all they're showing right now is the combat. It's just a basic kind of combat display, and
Gotcha.
it's a good time so far.
Fuck, he was like in game, and now he's having issues logging into the alpha server, so I can't show him. But I definitely want to check that out. He's streaming it right now. If you guys want to watch it as well, it's Real Blank Space. Twitch.tv/Real Blank Space. Let him know where he came from. Other stuff, just real quick on the topic of MMOs. No one cares, but WildStar is going free to play on September 29th. That took longer than I thought. That I figured that would have been months ago.
Agreed.
Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Zeke. It's coming to the PC in January.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'm super excited to see that on PC.
I think I'll probably pick that up because January is going to have Jack off to play. There's
Is that
gonna
an
be
MMO?
was a good game.
What
No,
was that,
no.
Co?
It's not an MMO.
No. It's
No.
a single player RPG.
Yeah,
Kind of Dark Soulsies a little bit. It's
a
more
little bit lighter hearted
Yeah.
Dude,
and
single player
more
RPGs are
more
my
dialogue. Lots more dialogue.
Yeah. It's good.
It's like
This is in January, though?
halfway between Dark Souls and Dragon Age.
yeah.
That sounds really fun. Oh, speaking of which, the
That's
Dragon
good.
Age DLC is out.
Wait, what? They're still putting
We
Dragon Age?
totally missed that. Did we talk about
That's
that?
the final
No.
final DLC.
They're still putting
Yeah, the final
out?
DLC is out. Dragon Age Inquisition DLC is complete now. So I know a lot of people were waiting for all that stuff to come out.
The last Dragon Age DLC is out. Oh my!
That game's fun, man.
That game was
It's a
fun.
really
It was
great
alright.
game.
I'm
Great game.
kidding.
That came out in 2015, right? When did that?
Yeah.
Last year came out last year.
End of last year.
It was
End of last
2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you play that, Spam?
Yeah, I played the start of it. Again, it's one of those games that I just lost because of Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, I stopped playing so many games because of that game.
There you go.
I see. The majority of chat does agree with you, Zeke, to be fair.
Try playing Dragon Age. It's just so much dialogue and so much just stuff,
Yeah.
and not enough action
gameplay.
to play on stream for me.
I totally feel why people say that, man. See,
Yeah.
I 100% of the game. I did everything there was to do in that game. I loved every second of it, but I also did it for the 2 games before it. So it is one of those things where if you do like all of them, it really like you know everyone. You know, kind of get what they got.
People come to expect like a boring show from you, so it's fine.
Oh,
Oh, boom! I'm just kidding.
He's
Totally
warming
joking.
up. He's warming up for the roast.
I am warming up for the roast.
I'm scared to with myself.
No, I haven't been on the improv stage in 3 weeks.
Oh.
So like I'm rusty. I miss it.
Please be gentle. Be gentle. Zeke.
The Fallout
No.
4 Circle Jerks, it's still going on. They released this is all they released. Fallout 4's dialogue script is over 100,000 lines, more than Fallout 3 and Skyrim combined, and it's the #1 fucking past week
Yep.
voted thing on our games. 1,100 comments, people losing their fucking minds.
I just need to say one thing.
Over dialogue.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
it. Just lots of
It's
dialogue.
content, dude.
I guess. Yeah, you might be right. Or it's just like a robot saying, "How do you do 400 different ways?"
That's
That's
why I play
Fallout.
Fallout.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
Fallout.
Anything else here? Pikmin 4 is in development.
What's the date again for Fallout?
November 10th.
November 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I might be able to fit a Fallout playthrough before that
For 3 or for all of them?
for all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, if you set up like a
You
month, you
easily
could do it.
could. You
Maybe.
easily could. With the amount you play.
Yeah.
I would Zeke, I would love to see you play Fallout 1 and 2. That you want to talk
Never
about
have, yeah.
producing, like those are games that predated fair game mechanics.
Yeah,
Like just some of these games you're gonna be playing, like, what is this bullshit? Like when you've missed 95% shots in a row and then your gun misfires and kills your dude, it's just like, oh, okay, oh, cool.
So it's like XCOM then.
Yeah, actually
Fuck
it is.
you, XCOM. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm still salty about XCOM missing like 90%
XCOM 2 got delayed to February, by the way, Zeke, of next year, just in case you didn't know that, which sucks.
No kidding.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to
wonderful game.
Sitting Anteater in chat. He says the top comment about them was about them finally having an interesting character by sheer volume of dialogue. Thank you for that comment on Fallout 4 in the Fallout series. It was very well done. Much better than I could have done. Nothing else. I guess Destiny, but we've kind of talked that to death. But the patch came out yesterday.
I just wish one of us was a Destiny person because it's like
I'm gonna play it.
I'm Twitter bombing it.
It's a really good game.
Yeah.
It's
I already
really good game.
I reinstalled it last night and played it for...
It's not on PC. They're just losing money. They're losing money in audience. There's like it kills me that it's not on PC.
Yeah, it'd be so good on PC with mouse and keyboard. The mechanics are fantastic already. Oh my
It's already
God.
a good shooter.
Religiously for like 6 months. Like after my cast was over, I played Destiny for 6 hours.
I had
And then I just fell out of love with it.
Had the misfortune of I reinstalled it last night. I logged in on my old character, and they've like the patch hit yesterday for next week's content coming in, and so they like did away with light levels, and now you just level up. So the level cap is 34 currently, and I'm only like 24 or something. Or previously it was level 20 cap, and then you had light levels on top of that.
Yep.
And like I started walking around as like I have no fucking clue what I'm supposed to do, and they didn't do that thing that MMOs learned to do, where it's like you're supposed to go. Like they didn't give you a thing that pops up on your screen that says go here to start new stuff. And so I just like happened to load into a mission that was, of course, a mission I've already done. I was like, the fuck am I doing? I'm just gonna wait till all the content ships next week, and I just logged out and went back to Disney Infinity. So
back to Disney Infinity, throwing Jawas.
Yeah.
Disney
Infinity was picked over Destiny.
It's because they didn't like, and apparently next week when you buy the Taken King or whatever, you get a free character leveled up to 25 to like start the new content, and I guess that'll be like more channeled into the right area of what you're supposed to be doing with the new content. So that's
so
what
you
I'm
can play
hoping
that
on.
character to learn how to play it on your character that you've already invested time in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll probably be checking that out next Tuesday.
Oh, hey, have you played it much of the Hearthstone, the new expansion?
No, I opened my 60 packs, whatever I pre-ordered, and then I was
60,
like, well, it's Hearthstone, and then I just closed it.
Right, yeah.
Same for you.
I did a little bit, and I played with some of them, and farted around a little bit, but I haven't picked it back up yet. But that's a game that you can just immediately kind of go back to.
Yeah. There's no. It's totally a pick up and play type deal.
Yeah.
Type
So
situation.
I probably will at some point in time, but I bought actually more than that. Like pack opening streams, man, are just fucking crazy to me. Like that was one of the things that like
crazy, right?
Like Twitch keeps like surprising me with shit. Like when I said like, oh, finally today's the day I can open those packs. And then people were just like, here's 20, open some more. Here's 50, open some more. Here's 10 more. Just keep throwing money at you to open more packs. It's crazy.
You look at gaming packs in Hearthstone, Ultimate Team in FIFA, cases and keys in Counter-Strike, Disney Infinity, Amiibos. It's what people want. People love it. We love it for some reason.
Yep.
People love that.
The crazy thing,
gambling and DLC.
We're talking about trends. The crying streams have stopped. I didn't even realize that. They've gone down in viewership.
Why would you even bring them up again, dude?
I just think it's interesting.
No, that's an interesting trend. I noticed the same thing.
Yeah, they're done. So right now everything seems
a flash in the pan.
Everything seems normal on Twitch. There's no crazy out there streams. Everyone's just kind of playing games. Normally.
It's because it's the big period now, isn't it? It starts this week, and week after week now, there's big games coming out.
Yeah, big. There's no board. Yeah, there's no.
It started last week. Yeah.
Boredom. Yeah.
What's the big next week will be Destiny, and then October has a bunch of big games as well. Halo's at the end of the month. Forza comes out next Tuesday as well. Spamfish will probably be streaming that, so you can check out his stream.
JP, I believe it's Forza.
Sorry, it's Forza. Forza. I apologize.
I said it before. You can lick my fort skin if
Forza.
pronounce it like that. It's Forza. Come on.
There you go.
Come on. It's Forza.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Real Blank Space, he's doing a charity stream right now. So not only is he actually playing Crowfall, this is Crowfall being shown on stream. It's for charity. So there you go.
For those asking about crying streams, you know what? you're better off not knowing.
Yeah,
Pad's over. Let's all move on.
It's over for sure.
It's really it's not anything outside of those two words.
Yeah, it's literally a crying story.
And
Yeah,
it's
you're not-
over, thankfully.
Yeah, people are just like saying horrible things and the caster's crying. Done. I want to know about, is there going to be a creative presence at TwitchCon? Like, do you know anything about that? As far as like artists and stuff like that?
I don't know of anything officially, but I'm sure there will be people there, yeah, that do that.
No, I know people there, but like, I want to know if there's like panels, booths, like things like a Comic-Con where you can like buy people's art and shit like that, you know?
Oh, I probably not. I'm just guessing, but probably not of that. If
I wonder if
anything, there's
anybody
gonna be a
knows anything
panel.
about that, because I'd love to purchase some original like art that I can like, you know, art on my wall. I can art my wall up with people's art.
They still don't have drop frames on the fucking schedule. It's like not on there at all. I don't.
And
know why.
they're watching. You bet they're watching. Put us on the fucking schedule.
Wait, hold on.
I'll slap you.
Wait, so we go. Oh fuck, we go from drop frames on Friday at 4:30 all the way to 6, and then at 6, our building communities on panels or building communities on Twitch panel that Co is doing starts. So I guess we're running from drop frames at the main stage all the way over to the Franker Z Theater and doing that. That's.
I'm supposed to be there like half an hour early.
I don't know how that's gonna work. We should probably talk to Twitch about that. I'm glad
We'll
I just
figure
looked
it
at the
out.
schedule. We'll figure it out. Who cares? And with that, I think that's it. I think we're done. I think we nailed it. Spamfish, thanks for coming on the show, bud.
Thank you so much for having me. It is an absolute honor. I can't overstate it how much this show I learn from and watch every week.
This is why he's on the show, guys.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Spam's on a panel. Spam's on like an OG panel, right?
No, I'm not on any panel. I'm not doing anything at TwitchCon. I'll be like PAX, just getting drunk. I'm doing nothing official.
Oh, okay.
Apart from the roast. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Cool.
Just the roast.
That
That's it.
sounds beautiful.
Just the
Getting
roast.
destroyed live in front of everyone.
There you go.
Am I gonna? You know what? Never mind. I'll say that for after the cast.
Okay. All right. After the cast talk already confirmed. Let's do some shout outs here and close out the show. Co, you want to start us off?
Sure. Well, as always, a big thank you to JP and Zeke. It's been a lot of fun this week. Also, Spamfish, you were amazing. Thank you for being here. Absolutely loved having you on. That was awesome. For me, you're on my channel. So this week, hopefully you enjoy the show. If you want to hit that follow button, I'm currently working through Metal Gear Solid. We've got 3, Peace Walker, 4, and then 5. And yeah, JP, I decided to try Peace Walker, apparently. We'll see how that
Oh
goes.
my fucking! You realize that game's like 40 hours, right?
Yeah,
You could actually just play Metal Gear Solid and get the actual console experience of Peace Walker.
we'll
The games
see.
are
We'll
exactly the same. Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, anyway, I'm doing that every day at 8 a.m. EST, and after Metal Gear Solid, we have some other fun stuff coming up. There's so many games in a backlog right now, so should be a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, hope to see you at 8 a.m.
There you go. Zeke, the chat's already ready for you.
I know, it's so crazy.
The chat is already... See, you thought this was a
crazy.
mistake, but I knew. I honed in on the psyche of chat and knew that they would do this.
JP, you crazy. Did not hit her. I did not.
Zeke, do some...
All right, my name is Ezekiel III. Most people just shorten it up to Zeke, but if you want to find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, it's Ezekiel_III, just like it looks like right there. It's all the same. I try and broadcast every day. I'm really trying to take a note from Spamfish and get a little more professional and start actually broadcasting on time every day. I do usually broadcast every day, but it's like I'm late or I'm like, not ready and shit like that. So I'm going to try to do that. But 11 a.m. Pacific is when I tentatively start. Follow my Twitter for updates to that. I'll be at TwitchCon doing lots of awesome partying and hosting and stuff like that. So I'll see you there. And let's see. Tomorrow is Boshi Day. 1 day a week now. But tomorrow I'm back into Boshi trying to beat the last boss of Boshi in the form of a box of oatmeal. So see you then.
Damn.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Damn. Yeah,
And this is consider this a public service announcement. If someone could please make Zeke a FOR emote, please do
I
us all
don't
a
even
favor.
know the only time it would be spammed is during drop frames. That's a terrible idea.
See, that's
saying.
I don't just
What?
get emotes all willy nilly.
Yeah. I don't either. Spamfish, you want to do some shout outs, dude?
Yeah, thank you so much to JP, Zeke, and CohhCarnage, all the awesome viewers that have tuned in today. It's an absolute honor to be here. I play games on my channel, Spamfish. Follow me on Twitter at Spamfish. I don't really have a start time. It's somewhere between midday and 2 p.m. UK time. I play games and I say stuff and things. It'd be awesome to see you there. If I don't see you on my channel, hopefully I see you watching some other channel on Twitch. Yeah, so check it out, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for having me today. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome stuff. Who's going to be streaming later tonight? Anyone? Anyone going once? Spamfish streaming? Zeke streaming?
No, I'll be streaming lots of Forza and Mario Maker though this week.
There you go. Check out Spam. I'll watch your stream for the Mario Maker. I want to see what that shit's about.
Awesome. I'm really excited about that. Should be good.
I want to see how that goes. I'll probably check out Metal Gear Solid later tonight. I want to try to get through that game, but it's like 60 or 70 hours to get to the end of that. So I'm going to be probably tranking a lot of people and failing a lot and stuff like that. So I'll be playing that later tonight. And then two more weeks to TwitchCon. So we'll have another show next week. The week after that, we will not, because we'll be departing to San Francisco for TwitchCon. So that's that. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next week. We'll be on Zeke's channel, so make sure to give that a follow, as well as all of our channels as well. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye. We're out.